I like worldy doos, you like worldy doos. Everyone likes worldy doos. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes, yes. All right. Sorry for the late start. I had to get everything in order. Very well prepared as always. All right, today, and I will actually flip the camera right off the bat. Look at me go. Peak presentation skills. Today we are going to be painting the first of my 8-bound for my World Eaters Army. And if you're like, man, something looks a little bit different about that boy, well, you, sir or ma'am, must not have watched my amazing video showing off these. So those are the really awesome heads made by my friend Lord of Skulls over on Instagram. He also has a really awesome web store, and he makes all these really cool add-ons for your World Eaters army. He's got Terminator heads. He's got these cool masks for the 8-bound, who of course do not have helmets normally. I think he's got he's putting out new stuff just like constantly. He put out the oops, I didn't mean to actually flip the camera that early. He's putting out new stuff constantly. He's got a helmet for Angron now, or Angry Ron as he's called, and for the new Berserkers as well. So if you like those, if you like your Berserkers to actually have helmets, he's your guy to see. This one's pretty cool. It's got one eye that's been like shot out. So I really like that. So I'm just gonna start painting this bad boy and probably just ramble on as I always do. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a quick dry brush. I know, such innovative paint techniques from the average Joe. But basically I'd like to just do like kind of like almost a zenithal. Kind of like a zenithal highlight underneath, just to give everything that extra pop. As always, the white scar is the worst paint to work with. I think this one I bought not even that long ago. It's gone like super runny. It's like every GW paint, like they either go hella runny or they go hella dry and clumpy, like real quick. Can't ever make up their mind. How's this looking? Is that gonna work? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. So yeah, we're just gonna dry brush this bad boy up. See, I'm mostly just going from above down, just so we can get those good under highlights. The thing with my World Eaters too is I do everything with them kind of messy on purpose, because I think that's fitting for them. So I'm not super duper worried about this being perfect. I do a lot of like dirt and grime paint work on these guys, so any little you know, imperfections we cover up with the painting process. But this will just give a nice little pop for everything to come underneath. My scheme I do is kind of like a mix of Heresy era World Eaters and current ones. So I do a very Canadian scheme actually. I do a mix. I do white and red. So of course we've got the red for current World Eaters, and then the white for the Heresy era boys. It's like a transition one. And then of course if I get Papa Angron, that kind of goes out the window what I was about to say, but I like my guys to be not super demonic. I like them to be more just some angry boys. Angry boys going to war, going to battle. They don't need demons. You're better off without them. They're not good for you. Alright, so that more or less takes care of that. This is not a dry brushing brush at all. This is just an extra brush that I had on me. Actually need a little tiny bit more. And then you saw me there, I literally just chopped the end of it off to make it usable in this way. Definitely get enough paint off too. Go after this axe, he's pretty much good to go as far as this step. We'll probably start with the white armor. But, so as far as Warhammer news, what do we got that's new that I can ramble on about before anybody shows up to chat with? Oh, we got the new Tyranid model shown off. Was that today? Yeah, because today's Monday. New model Monday for the new stuff. We got the new Tyranid Prime Boy. So this is, somebody that's new might not know. I had a big Tyranid army. Tim Horton shout out. I had a big Tyranid army back in the day, not so long ago, several years ago. So I really like Tyranids. I just basically I wasn't happy with my paint job anymore, and so that's why I got rid of mine. But so yeah, I really like Tyranids. I really like good Tyranid models. So I feel like I'm a decent person to weigh in on the new model and whether or not it's good. Me just casually getting paint all over my fingers because my freaking Ulthuan Grey decided to crust up around the edges. Pretty sick. But so with this, I'm now just going to go over most of the armor. Some of it I'll do, some little parts I do red, but I do like the majority to be white. Hopefully that dry brushing of white we did underneath will show through and make some certain spots a little bit brighter. But anyway, sorry, back on topic. So they showed off the new Tyranid Prime, the Prime Shrike, whatever you want to call it. And Shrikes are interesting because it's something that's been in the lore for a really long time, and it's something that's kind of been in the Codex for even a long time. But it's something that they never made an official model for. People were kind of just kit bashing them, or they had those shitty like Forge World wings at one point. They don't have them anymore. And that's kind of been the deal with them. They've just always been there, but they've never been properly represented. There we go. So it was kind of like a long time coming, in my opinion, and probably something that was pretty easy to predict that we would get with this new Tyranids range refresh. So as far as the model goes, I'm kind of mixed. Basically, I think it's okay. I think it's pretty good. I think it's got some good things to it, but I certainly don't think it's perfect. I think it's like the way they did, and this is, I've seen a lot of people, if you want a much better breakdown of Tyranid stuff, go check out Modern Synthesis. One of my favorite Instagram accounts, and also he's got a good YouTube channel. Very, very knowledgeable and talented Tyranid guy there. But basically, I think that the design of the wings is cool. It's cool how they fold up like that. And even in game, I think that that's probably for the best, because like the Flying Hive Tyrant is really hard to hide in game because how wide and big his wings are when they're open. But that said, just as a model, it kind of doesn't look as great. It kind of doesn't look as striking. with them all folded up like that, and it kind of just looks weird. Like they kind of cover up a lot of the model, so you can't like see like the body and stuff as well. It looks kind of odd that they're on the they're in the middle set of limbs, even though I think it does make sense because it makes sense for how they've done them, but I think they could have done them a little bit better. So if you're gonna have the wings be the top digits, right? So imagine if I'm going in to fight a Terminator, like in the trailer, right? We've got the wings on top, like how a lot of people think they should be, how the Flying Hive Tyrant is, right? And then you've got your weapon arms underneath, right? So if your arms are on top like this, being your wings, where do they go when you're fighting? Like, if they're gonna go down, like to walk on the knuckles, like how they've done it, then they would be in front of your weapon arms, and you wouldn't really be able to fight the Space Marine very well because your wings are in the way. So the wings have to, if they're on the top, the wings would have to kind of fold back to give you room to fight, versus because they're on the bottom and he's walking on his knuckles, the top limbs are still kind of in front and able to fight. What I think they should have done, keep the wings on top, but they need to be set further back. Like the spot where they slot in shouldn't be in your shoulder position. And they've got obviously a lot broader body. They should be way further back and then out, and then they can kind of fold into his back. If they wanted to have the wings folded in, they can be folded into his back, and then the arms in front will have room to swing. That's just kind of how I see it. But like I still think it looks good. Like the details look good. I think the head looks good. The arms look good. All that stuff. It's just a minor thing with how they posed the arms there that it just kind of throws it off for me. But I mean, it's a pretty small thing. Like it's pretty good. It's good that the Tyranids are getting new models. You don't want to be ungrateful, because Papa GW can giveth and they can taketh away. That is something as somebody. Oh, hey Penguin, good to see you. I was just rambling on about the new Tyranid model. I don't know if you saw that. Apex drew me in. No worries, man. No worries. You can always rewatch. Painting up one of these Eightbound guys. I was chatting about the new Tyranid guy and how I have a small issue with like how he's posed, but overall I do like it. Forget what I was about to say. A lot of people have a problem painting white, but if I can offer one lazy guy's solution, stop trying to paint clean white if you're not comfortable with it or you think it's going to be hard. Don't paint it clean. Paint dirty white, because if you're covering it in dirt and grime and battle damage and all that good stuff, it doesn't matter if it's not perfectly clean and your brush strokes aren't just absolutely perfect. That's my hot take on it. And it is a hot take indeed. Yeah, I'm thinking for these guys, probably just his shoulder and his head I'll do in the red. Probably the rest I'll just do the white. Yeah, the pose has come up in a few conversations. I use monument paint and gray, then white works with how good their paints are. Yeah, that's, I don't use the so at the start there I dry brushed this guy in the white scar paint from GW, but I don't actually ever paint with it because it's just the worst, to be fair. I use the Ulth1 gray, which is what I'm using now. I like that a lot better. As my quote unquote white, it's like just a ever so slightly off white, but it's plenty bright enough, and the paint usually has good consistency. I haven't had much issues with that versus the White Scar, which is horrible every time. I think in my whole Warhammer time, and I think I probably bought, I don't know, maybe like 4 pots of it, the White Scar, 3 or 4 pots. I think only one of them has been like consistently decent. I don't know if you remember Penguin, the last time we were talking, did you ever go check out that channel I was telling you about, where you can watch all the Warhammer Plus stuff for free? Because he just like reviews it. I was going to say, because he posted their newest show, which is a Age of Sigmar one. It was yesterday or today. I didn't know if you got to watch that or not. The worst paint is Army Painter. I don't know how the speed paints are so perfect, but the normal paints are completely unusable. I don't know if... I didn't because I had to sleep. That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that channel is the only way I'm going to be watching Warhammer Plus stuff. Pretty big help. Yeah, I don't think I've ever used Army Painter. I bought some of their like basing stuff. The basing stuff has been pretty good. Like some of their grass flock and stuff I think I bought. The grass tufts. Because they'll have them right on Amazon. They're pretty convenient. So I'm just very messily get my layers down, and this is one where definitely you got to do with this Ulth1 gray. You want to do the classic 2 thin coats. And what I do is I use actually just use Nuln Oil, or I think I have used brown washes. Go and recess shade it all. That makes a big difference. Army paint is so trash, but the speed paint, basing, and washes are actually some of the best products in all the hobby. I'll have to give them some of their other stuff a try then. Like I said, I think I bought 2 packs of their grass stuff not too long ago, and it was all pretty good. I'm hoping to get this guy done tonight. Anyway, I painted 40 battle droids this week, and they look amazing with the speed paint. Nice. Nice. You should send me some pictures of those. I'd like to see them. Somebody else I was talking to was trying to talk me into doing some of the Star Wars Legion stuff. I want to. It's just like I don't even have time to do enough of this stuff, it feels like. Oh, speaking of, Mr. Penguin, since I value your opinions so highly, what do you think about I've done 2 now of the Kroot Blood Crushers. I did the first one that had the little bit longer beak with a little bit more green stuff, and then I did the second one where it was a little bit more short, more compact, kind of more like a Krutox. I was just gonna see which one you thought looked better, because I'm pretty torn, can't decide, and I'm gonna be doing the third one in the next couple days ish, and so I just want to know which direction you're thinking I should go in. What do you think looks the best? Casual brush lick. It's a real pro gamer move there. How I usually do my World Eaters, and it's been a hot minute actually since I've painted any of them, is all the white parts I do the trim with silver, and then all the all the red parts I do the trim in the gold, brass, bronzish color. You like the long beak. Yeah, see, so with that first one, what I was kind of going for is like, I was looking at the Kroot Hounds for inspiration. Kroot Hounds have much longer beaks, although one of the new Farstalker ones, I think is a little bit more stubby. But yeah, I was looking at those, like these things were like maybe more like massive Kroot Hounds. But then the second one I just wanted to try, see what it looked like with a shorter beak, and I do like it a lot too, so. I know somebody on Reddit did tell me that they liked the other one better, but I think we all know at this point better than to trust filthy Redditors. Meanwhile, I think both you and I are pretty avid Redditors. Ooh. Okay. Well, that lead belcher is done for. Fortunately, we have a spare. I was just doing the crumbs of that last one. Just gonna start picking away at the silver trim. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've had to do this. What an absolute nightmare painting Chaos is, and obviously Penguin is the expert with his Thousand Suns army. Knows all about the suffering of doing trim endlessly. Feels good though. Feels good for a bit of a break. Just been painting and building so much Kroot stuff. It feels nice to do something a little bit different. Although, if I am being honest, I greatly prefer these days painting organic things versus armor things. I don't know, I just like the freedom of, like, armor you can more freely like blend and mix colors together. You don't need to worry so much about you know, everything being neat and tidy. Even though I paint my armor messy, like the trim's got to be the trim color, and you know, the other armor color's got to be the other armor color. You can't have any really mixing. It's got to be where it's supposed to be. They're different. They're all fun. By the way, I love my masks I woke from the giveaway. Oh shit, so are you the sorry, what was the name there? It disappeared. No, come back. Middle Ground Media. So you're the winner of the giveaway. That's awesome. I'm glad that they made it to you. And then one thing is, I finished Darth Maul on Sunday, and it feels like brain surgery. Brain surgery doing the tattoos. Oh my god. Yeah, I can imagine. I think that at least the Star Wars Legion guys, aren't they like ever so slightly bigger, like a bigger scale than 40K? So that's nice at least. But yeah, geez. Darth Maul tattoos. Ooh, yeah, that would be rough. I imagine too, it's got to be kind of tough to paint like a convincing lightsaber, because like obviously paint's only so bright, and you need the whole thing to look like a light. I'm sure there's some master. Actually, I think I saw that wasn't Duncan Rhodes doing some Star Wars tutorials on his new channel. I think I saw that. I don't even watch painting tutorials like ever anymore, but if I was, Duncan is the man. He is the man. Yeah, slightly bigger and well designed. The tattoos were raised. I haven't done a good lightsaber yet. Yeah, I can imagine that being tough. But I'm sure you'll get there. I have faith. I just finished. We're talking about Star Wars. I just finished The Mandalorian. Ooh, that's a good show. That is a dang good show. I know some people didn't like the newest season as much because it focused a little bit less on our main dude and a little bit more on Bo-Katan and that. But I thought it was good. I still like it. She was pretty kick-ass too. So I watched some of the Clone Wars, like the earlier seasons when I was a kid, but I never did go back and watch all of it. I know people keep telling me that I have to watch like the newer stuff, like the final season apparently is really good. I do, like, I tried rewatching it at one point, and I think the earlier seasons especially, like, it was a little bit too kiddish. Like, I had a hard time getting into it, but I know I should go back and watch it all. I know I should. I didn't love the last episode. Yeah, I saw a lot of mixed opinions on that. I think people, maybe you're different. I think a lot of people were expecting a little bit more. Like, they were expecting the mythosaur to come up and stuff. I thought it was pretty good. This wasn't my favorite season, for sure. I think I liked some of the other stuff better, but I still liked it. Better than most of what's on TV now. Certainly better than the most of the newer movies. I'll watch Ahsoka when it comes out. I think that'll be all right. I thought she was pretty cool in season 2. Fuck me, this trim is takes forever. I thought I was gonna be like flying through this. I'm not even done one leg yet. Like one leg worth of trim. Jesus. That's a lot of trim. These guys are a little bit confusing too. It's some spots it kind of seems like it's their skin, but it's not. It's actually armor. Like, I'm painting like what I thought would be like an armor stud thing, like how they have them like in their arms and stuff, but it's not, as far as I can tell. It felt much like a 7-year-old playing with action figures. Oh, watch seasons 3 to 7 to get serious. But you know what? I think probably season 3 is probably where I stopped. So yeah, I probably. The thing is, I think when I tried to rewatch it, I was like, oh, I have to watch all of it. So I think I started the whole thing over again, and it's that early, like, first and second season or whatever that are probably the most like, I have kids. So I watch some of the newer kid movies and stuff, so not like I just hate all things, more geared towards kids, but I just found it a little bit much for me. Like when Anakin and Ahsoka are talking and he's calling her like snips and stuff, and I was just kind of like, yeah, just kind of felt cringy. But then she ends up turning into like quite the badass. So I like that they brought Darth Maul back and actually gave him some cool stuff. I think that might be where I have to call it. I'm at about the half-hour mark. Season 2, Second Battle of Geonosis is really the only good episode in Season 1 to 2. I'm going to sound like a total Star Wars noob. Is Geonosis the... No, that's not the clone planet. Geonosis... Which one's that? Is that the one with the bug alien guys? Frig, I suck with Star Wars lore. So bad. Bug guys. Okay, yeah. Hey, there you go. There you go. I got one right. You know what? This is gonna just be so sad, Penguin. I was halfway through saying, "Oh, is that the clone planet?" But then I remembered that is Camino. That's two. There's two that I got. Nailed it. Freaking nailed it. Alright, I'm going to have to call the video there. But I'll probably do another one later if you're still up and wanting to hang out. I'll flip this around here so you can see how far I got. It is not far at all. Come on, man. Here we go. Not far at all. We got the white laid down, and I started doing the silver trim. It is going to be a while. These are pretty detailed, big models, but look how cool the mask is. Oh, he did such a good job on these. I love that this guy is one eye shot out, because that's the kind of detail that I would have done on my own anyway. He went ahead and did it. So I can paint like a cool glowy lens on that side, and then this side I'm probably gonna have some like blood dripping down. It'll be very sweet. Very, very sweet. Fun models. They are fun models. There's a lot of painting work to do though. Alright, peace. Bye for now.